Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another Zenless on Zero video. Guess what, yesterday they announced Yi Xuan. So this was the main character, the main highlight for the next coming version 2.0. Whew, really excited. And then we also have the panda dude right here, right? So Yin Hu, Pan Yin Hu. And today we got drip marketing for the latest character, and that is going to be the drum roll, Ju Fufu. Alright, so Ju Fufu is going to be the next character incoming in Zenless on Zero. So let's talk a little bit more about this, right? So hopefully give you guys an idea, because right now I know, especially trying to make a decision if you guys want to pull or not. Now, definitely I can say that 90% of the players out there are not going to care for her as much, because like majority of you guys are probably just going to go all in on Yi Xuan. You're going to pull Yi Xuan, you're going to pull her weapon, you maybe don't care about, maybe you get dupes or stuff. You probably are going to skip Hugo. Some of you guys are skipping Vivian, which I feel really sad, because Vivian is really strong, right? But that's up to you guys, right? At the end of the day, you have to make decisions based on your account. It's hard for someone else to be able to look at it and see what it's going to be, right? So here's the thing about Ju Fufu, the next upcoming character right here, right? So what is she going to be all about? Fierce Tigers prowl the Yunkui Summit, where righteous heroes display their might. Ju Fufu. Okay, so mastering techniques ain't easy. So she is going to be a tiger tyrant. So I'm a big fan of the concept of tyrants in Zenless on Zero. I actually do like it. It's not quite furry like Lycoan, so it's like, you can see like she doesn't have fur all over, right? So it's like a half human. It's like a cat girl, but instead she's a tiger girl, right? So it's something like that. So definitely a big fan of these kind of designs. Now, she is going to be, as you can see, let's show the voice first. Okay.
I'm a senior of Swabian Temple, Tiger Thyron Ju Fufu, the righteous heroine, Master Ju.
Love the bell right there, right? Very cool.
True hero.
Oh wait, is this her W engine? No, that's something else, right? That thing has the tiger face with a like tired face. Looks kind of interesting.
Stand tall for justice.
Okay, so I want to bring a little bit of attention to these particular characters typing, and of course, as you can see, the element as well. So I did screenshot it earlier. Boom. So we're gonna try to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see in much more detail. Boom, as you guys can see, right? So this is going to be Fire Stunner. Alright, very interesting. Now, Stunner characters are going to be like a dime a dozen right now. So we have the most recent one is going to be Trigger. And I know with Trigger, right, a lot of players are going to have the mindset or the perspective that she's definitely more than just a stunner, right? She is going to also be able to provide you a little bit of buffs. She's able to help out your entire team, your entire roster with a little bit of extra things going on. She's almost like a supporter, right? So with all of these roles, similar to Caesar as well, even though she's a defender, she's able to provide more than just being a defender. I guess the shield part, yes, but she can also provide the buffs and stuff, right? So I do think that Ju Fufu, I have a feeling she's going to do more than just stun, right? Because right now we already have one more similar character that can do the same, and that's going to be this particular character. As you can see, I'm just gonna bring it side by side so you guys can see the symbol in comparison. All right, so you can literally see that fire, stunner, right? So that's going to be the symbol next to each other. So fire stun, we already got right now. We have access to Lighter. Now some of you guys might not have him yet. Now I do think that Lighter is a very strong character. Now even though Lighter is a fire stunner, he is a little bit more than that. Now what am I talking about? You can see right here, this is what makes him really strong, right? So he has the ability, alright, when the startup light punches or jab, he basically can also help with the ice resistance, right? So he basically reduced the target's ice resistance and fire resistance, reduced by 15%. So that means Lighter is kind of flexible in that sense that he can also be fit into Ice Team. Now I do think that this is a very good balancing, right? Being able to reduce fire and ice resistance, only specific to the two elements, rather than like, you know, able to reduce 15% of all damage resistance. That's going to be way more broken. So Lighter is basically being you know, basically held by this team building restrictions, so you want to put lighter specifically in either a fire team or an ice team, right? So this is going to be very, very good if you are specifically trying to build lighter. I think lighter is going to be very, very strong, right? So we know that right now in the current banner we got Vivian, we got Jendo, right? I'm sure you guys are aware. So Vivian and Jendo works really, really well together. All right, so they are going to be one of the exclusive character together, and later on Hugo and Lighter is gonna be coming in a rerun, and again we have these two characters that work very well together. So I'm not sure why they keep doing that. Do they expect players to just pull both banners? Because I think it's a little bit expensive, right? I feel like they should give players more room to breathe. All right, I understand that, you know, ideally when you do reruns it's going to be a little bit restrictive in that sense, but still right now Hugo is going to be the next coming character. Lighter might be coming along with that. Now I can definitely vouch for Lighter as someone that used Lighter a lot. He is really, really strong. So the best team right now, the best fire team. Now again, this depends on if you have the roster or not, right? So the best fire team is going to be this particular one, right? So we got the Astra Yao alongside with Evelyn and Lighter. So this is the best fire team by far, bar none. All right. We got Astra Yao as a supporter. You got Evelyn, all right, as the main fire DPS. Obviously, Soldier 11 is also going to be there as a attacker fire. But you know, Evelyn is just way better. All right, she groups enemies super easy. Lighter is the best stunner. So I'm not sure where Ju Fufu comes in, right? So this is the equation where we're going to try to figure out, because is she going to fit with Yi Xuan separately? All right, so at the end of the day, I do think that when you introduce, I was complaining about this in yesterday's video, right? When you are introducing a characters, why are you constantly putting in a character of the existing element? Why not fill in the characters of elements that we don't have? You get what I'm saying? Why can't she be a stunner eater? Why can't she be a stunner physical? Alright, because we don't have a physical stunner yet, right? So I do think that there's a lot of room for so many other elements and mixture of the other things that we still don't have, right? So I don't know why they're trying to like have two similar role and element as well of a character to compete with each other. Now I understand that they might be able to do something separately. For example, like I guess the best example is going to be what's the name? Trigger, right? Trigger and Qingyi, right? So both are stunner, both are electric type, but I still think that Trigger pretty much just replaces Qingyi in a way, right? If you have a Trigger, I feel like she's just better, right? Now that's not to say that Qingyi is unusable, but I still think that like Trigger does bring slightly more to the table. Alright, Qingyi is still going to be used from time to time, but yeah, hopefully they don't constantly do the same thing over and over again. I'm guessing that's why characters like Yi Xuan, and characters like Miyabi is going to have like a special element to them, because it seems like they just can't prevent this from happening, which is why Yi Xuan is going to have this very new unique element similar to Miyabi as well. So hopefully there's no other characters that competes with them with that particular element, and hopefully that role as well. So Yi Xuan, hopefully she's going to be the one that's future proof. Yeah, I don't want to have like always these characters, because a Lighter is going to rerun later, right? So is there a point to pull Lighter at this point? Because you know, we have Ju Fufu, which is going to fulfill the same role. What do you guys think, right? Do you guys think there's a point to pull for Lighter at this point, right? Again, I have no idea what she can do, right? So she could be a better Lighter at some point. She could be a slightly different route of a semi-buffer etc. We'll have to find out as time goes. Let me know what you guys think of the thoughts of these characters. As per usual, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.